Hello everyone, welcome to episode 12 of this super amazing Osu Let's Play adventure. In the last episode, I talked a bit about keyboard switches and my experiences with them, specifically regarding Osu. And in this episode, I want to probably talk about monitor peripherals and reading, I guess, in a sort of general sense. I'm not exactly sure exactly what I want to cover in this episode, but we will see what ends up being talked about. But before I go any further, in case you guys are new or I guess haven't heard yet, I stream every single day over at twitch.tv/digitalhypno. If you guys are interested in catching me live, watching me play this game live, or just hanging out with me in general, I would recommend heading over there. And also, as usual, bonus points if you tell me that you came from this series. I'll be very, very happy to see you there. So yeah, let's get started. So as usual, we'll be showing you guys some awesome, wholesome, amazing maps that I think you guys should know about. First one of the day is Suisouka. This is an absolute classic, and it's one of my friend's favorite maps, Jensen, and he got this awesome score. It's amazing. You guys should watch this replay. I'll have the map linked in the description as usual, but yeah, let's play this map. So my history with monitors, I guess. So the main like tier of monitors that exist is mostly based on what's called a refresh rate, which is basically like the FPS that the monitor can show. So most basic monitors are probably 60 refresh rate. Wait, what is it called? 60 hertz. Yeah, 60 hertz monitor. And that is obviously what I had started with when I started playing this game. I think around 2015 maybe, or 16. 15, okay, it must have been 2015. The Osu community, I think, really took like higher refresh rate monitors as being, I don't know, like better for the game, especially for reading higher approach rates, faster AR, because since the FPS was a little higher, then technically like so for one, the game would look smoother, obviously, but technically the circle would appear a bit sooner than otherwise, and that proved to be advantageous. I think some top players would like have purchased. Okay, so I think like the next tier above 60 hertz is 60. Yeah, 60 hertz monitor. I don't know why like I'm so doubtful about the term that I'm using, but yeah, 60 hertz monitors. Above that would be 144, which is a bit over double. Oh man, this map's crazy. I probably shouldn't even be talking over this masterpiece, but anyway. Yeah, I think around 2015, some like really top players, especially like double time players, like those that were known for like really fast stuff, they upgraded to 144 hertz monitors, and they're like, yeah, this makes such a big difference in Osu. And it sort of took the community by storm, and like I remember there were some top players that would do like donation goals if you get a new monitor. I think since then the technology has evolved. I think 144 hertz monitors are a bit more common these days, but oh man, what a good song and map. Fushimi Rio is a really good mapper as well. It's the person who made this map. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so I would hear a couple top players say, I think Rafis especially, he would say that oh man, wait, what is even the ending of this map? It's just a little break. Yeah, but I would hear some top players say that, 144 hertz monitors are pretty comfortable. Oh, okay, there's like nothing there. Pretty comfortable even outside of Osu in a sort of general sense. Like if you use the computer a lot, then it's probably a worthwhile investment. So I was like, okay, I play Osu a lot and I use computer, so I should probably get a 144 hertz monitor. That seems like a pretty good idea. So my computer setup at the time was very like not upgraded from like whatever default stuff I had been, I guess, given by my parents. So let's find another map to play. This is a really nice artist, by the way, Rita. I think some nice wholesome maps. Let's play this map. But yeah, okay, so I remember distinctly because I think like just around New Year's 2016, It's when I got a 144 hertz monitor. And where does the story start? I remember around that time I was getting so specifically regarding OSU skill, I was getting somewhat decent with hard rock, which is like approach rate 10, pretty fast. Yeah, it's the fastest that approach rate can be without double time, and then in that case it goes up to AR 11. But anyway, AR 10, I was getting somewhat comfortable with the smaller CS aspect of hard rock and the OD10 or accuracy component of hard rock, but the approach rate was kind of killer to me. I could never really figure out how to read the speed comfortably. I think my most comfortable AR by that point was maybe like 9.6 or 5 or something like that. I could barely hold my own with hard rock. And I remember trying to play some like AR 7 maps with hard rock, which makes it AR 9.8. So a little under, just to sort of get myself used to it. And once I did end up switching to a 144 hertz monitor, it was like, I think just enough of a bump up in comfort for me that I felt a bit more confident in like training AR 10, I guess. I'm not sure exactly the specifics, you know, science-y wise, like exactly how much it really helped me with like high AR in specific. And maybe it was just placebo. That's probably something that some people would argue. I definitely think that there's a very big difference between refresh rates for sure, like 60 and 144. Oh, I do want to mention, actually, I didn't even think about this before I started recording, but I have actually tried what's called a 240. I think 240 is like the highest that exists, like realistically on the market. I've tried a 240 hertz monitor as well. That was actually like a couple months ago. So I've been using 144 for like 5 years or something, or 6 years. And I guess before I got 144, I had been using 60 for like probably also 5 years or something. I don't know, but a long time. So I definitely noticed a very significant increase in like smoothness from 60 to 144. But like when I used the 240 hertz monitor, I don't know. I think if you had told me that it was actually 144, I would have believed you, because the difference is not nearly as big in my experience. So that is something you guys can keep in mind if you're trying to decide between the two. It also, okay, so I think there's a video on like what OSU looks like with like really, really high FPS. And it looks not necessarily better or worse, but different. And I will try to find a video, like a reference video to put in the description if you guys are interested. But it might actually seem less like, I don't know, like what you're used to. You might not actually prefer what it looks like as much. I don't think it makes a super big difference in terms of like approach rate reading. Map, rip SS, but nice map. Yeah, I'm not sure if it really makes a huge difference because again, I sort of felt that it was pretty much the same. Maybe I just sort of had to get used to it. I think I only used it for like an hour or something because I was at a friend's place and they had one. Or like, yeah, they had one. So anyway, let's see. What are some other nice maps? This is good. This is a classic. Oh, I remember this score. Man, I slided broke at the end. Okay, maybe I can fix it. But I even tried fixing it over a year later. Better accuracy, but I slided broke again. Okay, maybe I can FC this map. Forgot I had this score. All right. So, what else can I talk about regarding refresh rates? This is a good question. I think maybe just shedding some light on the I guess the whole discussion about peripherals in general. Oh, okay, yeah, I can talk about that. So, I guess the connection between like peripheral and like general skill in this game is, with being such a mechanics-based game, I think only if your peripherals are giving like objective input lag, and like you remove that input lag, then obviously that's an objective, increase to your maximum potential. But also there's a difference between your maximum potential and your current skill level. And like the gap between your current skill and your maximum potential still comes down to practice, I would say, obviously. So I don't know. It's kind of like like if you're trying to become a better cook or something, and you like currently your knives, the knives that you have in your kitchen are sort of basic and generic and not the sharpest knives out there, not the sharpest kitchen knives. And then one day you're like, okay, I'm just gonna get the highest quality, sharpest knife in the world, and it'll feel a bit smoother to cut things, but you still need to be good at like all the different aspects of cooking, and especially of like knife work, I guess, for whatever the term is called. So yeah, hopefully that's a somewhat decent comparison. Or yeah, or you could compare it also to like getting like a really high quality pen, like a writing pen, and being like, okay, now my handwriting is going to be a lot better, right? Now that I have this high quality pen. It's not really how it works. The writing will feel a bit smoother, probably, and the ink quality itself will probably be higher quality, but that's about the extent of yeah, it's a pretty fair comparison to make between that and I guess Osu peripherals in a general sense. But hopefully, I don't know, hopefully those of you who are sort of on the fence or unsure about those sorts of concepts, hopefully that explains some things. But yeah, I remember also, so there's this top player named Idki, and he had mentioned before that like you can like, given enough time, you can adapt to like a worse setup. Like if you downgrade your setup, if you give yourself enough practice time, then you'll be able to adapt to that setup and play just as well as you were playing before, or like even better even. So, and that just sort of is a testament to like it's I think especially with such a skill-based game like Osu, like the skill is all within you. I remember I met up with Vaxay once in California. You know, we hung out at a friend's place, and he was playing Osu on like the computer. We were just like hanging out in someone's room, and he was playing on their setup, and he didn't change the tablet area, but within like 2 maps, he was already like used to the tablet area and like playing really well. And like, I guess that's another thing. Like regarding tablet area, it's more about like, I don't know. I think just like being good at the game in a raw sense and like having the ability within you like trumps over all other like minute little details or nuances about your gameplay or peripherals in a general sense. Yeah, it's a very skill-based game, and I think that's sort of the appeal to games like Osu, at least in my experience. I would say, yeah, I think probably one of the biggest things that I really enjoy about Osu is that it's not super tied to like account statistics. Like your progression isn't just based on numbers on your account. It's really like I don't know, within you, and like the memories that you can maintain from this game, I think, are worth much more. Like you compare it to like an MMO or something, where you just grind for profile stats, and I don't know. Osu doesn't have that. Like you could not have your account at all and still like you, I don't know. Like your ability to play well in this game isn't dependent on like upgrades that you have to grind to unlock. Yeah, I don't know. I think my main point, I've probably said this enough times in this video, but it's very skill dependent. So yeah, drive home message if nothing else from this video, that and there's definitely some top players out there as well that are testaments to how you can improve, like get really good at this game with like very scuffed setups. I think Emmerich, even, who's like the rank 1 player right now by a lot, he got to like top 1000 on like a laptop or something, I'm pretty sure. And there's even other examples. There's a player named FG Sky who he plays with like a mouse on like a pillow or something and a laptop or something like that. So I think that's a very popular example as well. So yeah, if you ever, I guess, feel down, or not, maybe not down is not the right word, but if you ever feel like your setup is what's holding you back in this game, then I don't know, maybe take a step back and see, because I think the the skill comes from within, and the peripherals are really what you. It's only a tool for you to express what you have within you. You know, I don't really know how to word this. It's like if you have a brilliant idea, it doesn't matter what kind of paper you wrote it down on. So you just write it down, and yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Let's find one more map to play. Oh, I did not know this map existed. What if I play this and just FC it? That'd be super funny. Drink some water. No, I'm almost out of water. Oh, actually, I want to play dorchadas. Actually, okay, I changed my mind. Sorry, Lasse, or Lass. I think people pronounce it both ways, but let's play dorchadas. See if I can FC this. That actually felt like a good stopping point. I don't know. I do want to play one more map though, but I don't know what else I can ramble on about regarding peripherals. Maybe I can just talk about this map. Okay, actually, yeah, okay, this is gonna be completely unrelated, but I sometimes, especially after playing tournaments for so long, I associate certain songs, or I associate a lot of things with like specific tournaments, or like specific players or moments that like happen in tournament matches. So I remember this song was, I want to say it was in, oh man, I wonder, like, after saying that I have memories associated with maps, if I'm going to get this wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was in a tournament named OHC 2017. Maybe semifinals? I don't know. Okay, I'm like testing myself right now, because that might be completely wrong, but Oh, okay. If you guys watched some of the previous episodes, or specifically the one about alternating styles, pop quiz, what type of alternating am I doing right now? It's called tap alting, or at least that's what I call it. I'm not sure how much those terms will catch on, because I don't know, there are like no terms for that in the community. I feel like no one really talks about different alternating styles, so yeah, maybe we can create some long-lasting OC terminology from this Let's Play series. But oh, okay, I remember. Okay, this is a little tidbit that okay, this is a forewarning, I suppose, to anyone who might need to hear this. So in the last episode, I mentioned like I switched from like some random keyboard. I think it was like membrane-ish. Someone in the comments said that it was membrane keyboard, but anyway, it's a like random keyboard that I had before I got my first mechanical keyboard. And when I was waiting for it to come in, I got this brilliant idea. I was like, all right, just to like emphasize the like, actually, how do I word this? Like, I wanted to really have like a drastic comparison between like how the two keyboards felt. So like the day before I got the keyboard, or the mechanical keyboard, and I was still on my old one, I just like spammed Freedom Dive, even though I couldn't play it. I was just like spam streams and like destroyed my hand, because I was like, I want to like really feel the difference between the keyboards. So I was like, I don't know, I guess you could say I was trying to have my last hurrah, my old keyboard before I got red switches. But then like I had to like take a week break from the game because I just like spammed Freedom Dive and broke my tapping hand. And yeah, it was not a good idea. So if any similar urges ever come to you guys, do not do that, because I did it and it was not a good idea. This map was made by Delis, I think, right? Delis is a good mapper too. Also a really good player, actually. He has played in the Japanese World Cup, or yeah, he's from Japan, and he's played in the World Cup a couple times. Very good player. I think he's at least like top 500, I think, or he used to be. I'm not exactly sure his rank. But yeah, okay. Okay, as you can tell, I didn't really know what to talk about in this episode, so oh shoot, I missed. Okay, well, that is unfortunate. It's kind of random ramblings, but I do want to mention that like some mappers in this game that are like really good mappers actually do not play this game that often, which is kind of surprising. It might be surprising depending on how you think about it, But you might think that like people that make really high quality maps are those that, you know, can play them, I guess. But I remember, I think who was it? Okay, I'm gonna quit out because I missed anyway. But a very cool map. Maybe I'll see it one day. But this mapper named Kite Himei. It's this map, and I think, let me check. Oh yeah. I think I've mentioned this in the previous episode. But if you go to a map page, you click on this little icon here, and then press 1. It takes you here. But let's see. From what I remember, Kite was ranked like 200,000 when he made this map. Okay, well, it was a long time ago. Maybe it's different now, but okay, right now he's 100,000. But this map is like super high quality, so yeah, I don't know, just a curious food for thought. This is a practice difficulty of probably the ending of the map. It's funny. Yeah, practice difficulties. Well, I have a video on that actually. I might make another one that's more, I guess, modern style of a video of mine on how to make a practice difficulty, but I'll link that in the description as well. But basically, you just like cut out a section of the map, and you can just jump straight to it for practice. But yeah, just small little ramblings this episode, just talking about peripherals in, I guess, in a more general sense. But yeah, hopefully you guys found this video helpful or entertaining, or you learned something new. And as usual, if you guys are watching in the future, definitely check out my channel where I have uploaded many more of these because I upload these every single day. And again, check out my Twitch streams where I stream every single day as well. But yeah, with that, I will see you guys next time. Ooh, bye.